All right, we'll go ahead and get started. We have enough for a quorum. So first thing we'll do is we'll have Miss Vicki, Lynn, Bryant, Blackwell, Senate nomination number 37 to fill the Mississippi State Real Estate Commission as the real estate broker, term effective February 16th, 2021, ending June 30th, 2021, representing the 1st Congressional District. This is just to fill out the remaining term, and then we also have her for Senate nomination number 38, doing the same thing. This time it'll be a 4-year term beginning July 1st, 2021, ending June 30th, 2025. Miss Vicki's here with us. Thank you for being here. And if, I've looked through the peer report, everything looked fine in the peer report. There were no red flags. Background check came out good. If you'll just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your experience, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I'm super excited just to be considered for the Real Estate Commission. I consider it a high honor. This is my first appointment, so I don't have a lot of experience in this area, but I have a lot of real estate experience, and hopefully I can bring that to the table to help. I grew up in a small town in Lone Oak, Arkansas. Couldn't wait to get out of there. 4,000 population. Went to Arkansas State University. Graduated in 1984 with a degree in marketing. My first real job was for AutoZone, and I was in the marketing department. That was before computers, 1984. And my job was to travel along the bottom half of the U.S. and spy on aftermarket stores like Advance, Auto Parts, Pet Boys, and that was fun. We were gone a week, home a week, and we would go in stores with tape recorders and get prices and things like that so we could learn how to price auto parts. I enjoyed that job. I was in about 3 years, and my income was here and my bills were here. I was about 23 years old, so my mom, who was in real estate, talked me into trying real estate out. So I did that, and my first year, she really knew I had to make it or I wasn't going to make it. So she said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my car if you can sell $1 million worth of real estate, which was a Ford LTD, a brown Ford LTD. Well, that first year I sold about $975,000, came just short of $1 million. She gave it to me anyway. And then after that, I continued to work at AutoZone for 3 more years, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, sold real estate all that time after work and on weekends, paid off all my debt, then eventually went to real estate full time. And then met Kevin Blackwell, married him when I was 36.
Bless your heart.
He had 3 small children, 2, 8, and 9, and that was 22 years ago. That went well. And during the time of my real estate career, I worked in Tennessee and Mississippi as a real estate broker, vice president for Crye-like Realtors. The last 6-7 years, I've been managing broker for North Mississippi Olive Branch Crye-like office, over 55 realtors there. During the time in my whole real estate career, I volunteered quite a bit. In my 20s, I spent a lot of time volunteering for inner city Memphis youth, raising money for them. Mostly kids, crackhead kids, born to addicted moms. And then in my 30s, I moved into raising money for youth villages, which is a home for troubled teens. And I probably did 10 to 15 years volunteering there. I got the Lionheart Award for volunteerism. We sponsored a 5K, 10K run every year. I was the race director from 2008 and 9 for that. And we probably raised over $2 million. The realtors have been doing that for quite some time for that facility, and we helped build the girls' dorm there, which was a huge thing. 2008 and 9 is when the market in real estate tanked, and people were losing their homes, and we started to see people were just abandoning their homes and their pets. So as we were showing homes, we were seeing animals left behind, chained, or whatever. So we started, a lot of us realtors started picking them up, and we would run ads in the paper to try to find homes for them, things like that. And finally, probably 2013, I filed for a 501c3 to open my own animal rescue to try to raise money to help. And we have been doing that for about the last 7 years. 2014, we opened Blackwell Animal Rescue Center. Since then, it's completely volunteer run. We have rescued, rehabilitated, vetted, that sort of thing, rehomed through transports, through finding homes and that sort of thing. Close to 1,700 animals, mostly dogs, a bunch of cats, one pig, one bunny. So that we've been doing that. That's fully running. Now I'd like to give a shot at the real estate commission. I'm just really excited about it. It's something I've wanted to do. I've thought a lot about, and I'm super excited about being considered. I had talked to Al about it a few years back and kind of knew what was going on there. But anyway, I think the real estate commission does a very good job to help regulate, real estate law for realtors and protect the consumer and, the things that they do that entail.
Great. Any questions for Ms. Vicki?
I have a question.
All right, go ahead,
Where
Senator.
is your cave, Ms. Vicki? I don't see
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
I think you've been a tremendous asset to the commission. You have my full support.
Okay. Thank you, Senator Brady. Senator Sparks?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Blackwell. I look forward to you serving on the commission. In your volunteer spirit, you're trying to make things better around you, and that's what the commission is hoping to do with your profession. I will ask a question, as we've had some legislation that passed through this year that's in the process that impacts the commission and the disciplinary process, and it's something that as a commissioner, you are one of the hearing officers that relates to those disciplinary matters. And I would just ask that the commission, and you being one of the commissioners, look at their rules and regulations as it relates to discipline, because there's not a lot of information there. If I was a realtor or as an attorney, which I do practice law, really can't be represented in a case, I wouldn't know where to start with the procedure, because anything prior to the hearing, I find nothing in writing that delineates the process, or even for the hearing, there's what's in statute. I would be glad to assist if I can, or work with other boards or agencies that have promulgated rules and regulations. The commission has that authority, and I would love to see us get a little bit more clarity in the rules and regulations as it relates to discipline, and I appreciate you considering that.
And actually, I did attend my first meeting yesterday morning, and that was mentioned because there was a hearing, and there is not a lot of rules and regulations in writing. It's just, I thought we've done it for the last 60 years, and everybody should know. And of course, if you do get in trouble, usually the real estate commission is very fair. Most of the time, they handle all the cases. And I've read through all the disciplinary actions for the probably last 10 years to see how things turned out, and they try to be fair to people. But a lot of people would like to bring lawyers in, and there's a big problem because it's not in writing, and they're like, where is it? So they did mention that at the meeting. Maybe we can put some more things in writing so that when people do get in trouble and they're looking at, well, did I do this or did I not do this? Then there's something at least said in writing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your willingness to do that. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator McClendon?
Thank you. Thank you for what you do in county, and I can attest, she does get paid. There is 2 glitches on this thing. You got Randy Matt, Dick Matt,
Two great people.
and you're gonna take Al Gillis's.
Yes, so Al's stepping on a little bit early, so I'll serve out the rest of his term for the next 2-3 months. And then my term will start in June or something.
I looked it up, I can get it from that house.
I heard lots of Al stories, but I'm familiar, so.
Any other questions? Ms. Vicki, thank you for being here, and you are to be commended for all the things you've done. That's some interesting stuff, some great work that you're doing still and have done. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Now we've got to do 2 approval approvals here, 2 nominations. We got one for her to fill out this last term and then one for the next 4 years. So let's do Senate nomination number 37 first. This is to fill out the remaining term to June 30th. Is there a motion out there? Advise and consent. All right. There's the motion to advise and consent. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, let's do Senate nomination number 38. This is for Ms. Vicki to have a 4-year term beginning July 1st, 2021, ending June 30th, 2025. Is there a motion?
I'm sorry.
Senator Thomas? Okay, all right, good. Motion's advise and consent. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, great. Thank you, ma'am.
so much.
Appreciate you
I'm
coming
glad
and being here. Yeah.
Thank
Chris, you get it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Martha's gonna get her. Watch this. No. Hello there. You can just have a seat right there at the end, okay?
Not intimidating at all.
Now, you go by Tracy?
Yes, I do.
Tracy, we're glad to have you here
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you for coming and making the trip up here to Jackson. We have before us Miss Tracy, is it Koby?
Koby.
Tracy Koby Wofford. Oh, did I pronounce the last name right? Wofford?
Wofford.
Wofford, okay. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. You're 1 for 3.
1 for 3. Hey, in baseball, that's a pretty good batting average. 333, you know. She is here. She's from Ridgeland, Mississippi. She'll be the Mississippi Real Estate Appraiser Licensing and Certification Board to represent the state at large, a 4-year term beginning January 1st, 2022, ending December 31st, 2025. Ms. Tracy, again, thank you for coming. I've looked at your peer report. There were no red flags. Everything checked out fine on there. A good-looking peer report. If you'll just tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background, and why you're qualified for this position.
My name is Tracy Wofford, and I became involved in the appraisal business in 1999, over 20 years ago. And it was a little bit of a fluke that I got into it. I was looking for a little part-time job that would help pay tuition for my children. And it was a good fit. I love being in the middle of, there's a lot of, I'm in the field looking at properties. I am in the middle of bankers and lawyers and developers and buyers and sellers. And it's an interesting profession. It's very important. It's more important than I think people give it credit. Real estate is one of our largest forms of wealth in this country, even for the person who merely owns a home. A lot of times that's their biggest asset. So it's really important to them. And I think it's important that appraisers do their job credibly and honestly. I sincerely think most do. I'm sure there are times when we get tripped up, just like everybody else. But I'm coming into the end of my career, and this is an opportunity for me to give back and to serve my profession, my state. And I think it's a lovely opportunity, and I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, great. Any questions for Ms. Tracy? Anybody got any questions?
Oh, come on now, put on my makeup. I hadn't done that in a year. Probably. I haven't run into him yet, but I'd like to.
Okay. Senator Thomas?
I just have one question, maybe just one. The Real Estate License Certification Board, I think you all regulate, you license your forestry also,
Okay,
right? I mean, I'm
all
asking.
right. I have some to learn, so
Okay,
if I don't know exactly, I'll find out.
Okay, basically, I just wanted to know the scope, and I think it's, license, we can set up for, 3 categories, I think. Commercial,
Residential.
residential, and forest. And I was trying to see what was your background on all 3 of those, that you have.
Well, at the beginning of my career, I was involved in residential for 2 years, and I liked it so much. I was kind of addicted. So when I had the opportunity to go into commercial, I figured if this was good, this was really going to be good. And my background, my degree from Mississippi State is accounting, so I like the numbers part of it. A lot of the theories and techniques we use apply to all 3 areas. I guess my biggest association with forestry is the fact that I went to Mississippi State, maybe. And I don't do, in my business, I do not do a lot of large tracts, recreational land, because I really don't get trees. I'm more of a city girl. But like I said, the techniques and the applications are consistent, and if you apply them appropriately, it's not a stretch to understand.
Your profession, you are a banker.
No, I'm an MA. I have my MAI designation from the Appraisal Institute, and I also have my AIGRS, which is a review designation.
Thank you very much. You and I soon will have something in common. I helped set up this particular board. I was appointed by Governor Ray Maples, and I served as vice chairman of
The appraisal board?
the beginning.
Oh, wow.
We were involved with, I represent the Mississippi Bankers Association.
Yes.
Which set it up, mandated that every state had to set up, a board of reciprocity.
Oh, yes. In the beginning of yes, that's very important. I'll be calling you if I have any questions.
I think it should be on the wall somewhere.
I'll be looking for it. I'll send you a picture. How about that?
Okay.
Well, one of the other things maybe y'all might be interested to know about me is that I had the opportunity to go to a Appraisal Institute function in Washington, D.C. before COVID, and I learned that there are about 10 universities within our country that their education qualifies as qualifying education towards getting your training. And it hit me, we need this in Mississippi. And the University of Mississippi, okay, I know I'm a Mississippi State girl, but the University of Mississippi had the most progressed real estate department. So I have collaborated with their professor there in an effort to move that forward so that our University of Mississippi students who are in the real estate area can use it hasn't been approved by the Appraisal Foundation yet, but it's something I'm really trying to promote because our profession is aging and we need young people coming. It's a great field, and we need young people in our field. So that's something I'm actively involved in right now to try to promote our profession to our youth. And I just didn't know if that would.
Very good, very good. Yeah. All right, great. Any other questions?
I have one.
All right, Senator Brandy?
Ms. Wofford, I noticed on the peer report, you are involved or co-owner of Friendly Land and Timber Company with your spouse.
Yes.
Tell us about that company.
It's just a company where we did some investing. It's not going to help us in our retirement. I'll just tell you that right now. That's about all I know. It was something we did early on when we were having our children, thinking this would be, we could do some investing in things, such as it is. I wish I had more to tell you.
Any other questions? All right, is there a motion for Senate nomination number 46? All right, Senator Blackwell's to advise and consent. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you very
And thank you for coming today.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Good luck,
appreciate
y'all.
it. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. All right, is there a motion to rise and report? Let's do it. Senator Thomas, that was interesting information about you too. About to start that